So looking at after we've sought the opening, so we've worked our way into a strong bind, and we're beginning to explore how to use that strong bind to conduct our offense. Once we have a strong bind, David is beholden to us. So our training partner is beholden to all of our behavior. He's forced into a very predictable set of actions. We have to have responses for each of those actions. So as I begin, we already established that if David's point is out of line of his hilt and in line with his body somehow at our shoulder level, then we're going to look to raise our hilt to our shoulder level and attack through his point to the target, right? We can do that on either side. But now David, as I extend my sword, David can respond in a variety of different ways. If as I extend my sword, David responds by lifting his hilt high, right? Then what David is trying to do is he's trying to mitigate his weak structure by bringing my action in line with his frames, in line with the strong of his sword, in line with the strength of his structure. So as you can see, as I extend, David lifts his hands up. I can no longer attack the target in any way. It would be, keep your hands high. It would be foolish of me to attack through David's structure because he is, hinge your hip forward a little bit. He's optimally positioned to resist all of my force here. If my opponent strengthens, in this case he's pushing up, he's strengthening against the ceiling. He's not strengthening against my sword or against me, he's strengthening against the sky. Then what I need to do is I need to weaken against this line of force, and I have to attack a different one. So as I extend my sword, I see that he's raising his hands high. I'm just going to tag. I can do this in a variety of different ways. I can extend, I can target the hands with a long edge cut from above. I can cut from below. I can either hit the hands or the chin. Or if I get my body forward and I've already commit my weight to this action, I can tag with a short edge cut underneath his hands to his belly. So again, I begin in my Sprechfenster position. I have strong angle. I see that I can attack through his weak. I extend my hands. I can cut underneath his belly, or he goes high. I cut, long edge cut from above, long edge cut from below. One more time. Long edge cut from below, either to his hands or to his chin. One thing I want to reiterate, and we've talked about it already several times in the video, but this is probably one of the most important principles, is that whenever I'm performing an action, some kind of hitter, I always want to step in the direction of that action. So if I'm looking at seeking the opening, I begin by extending, don't even parry, so I begin by seeking, I push my strong to David's weak. I bring everything in line so that my hilt, my point, his body, and my shoulders are all in one line, and the strong of his sword is out of line with that. So I'm going to step in the direction of my thrust. The force of my thrust is traveling this way. My step is going to travel in a parallel line to that force, right? So my lead toe, whatever the toe of the foot that I'm traveling that's traveling after my action, is going to point in the direction of my sword. In this case, my sword is out in front of me directly. My lead toe travels in that exact same line. If David lifts his hilt, in this case, I'm targeting over how my sword is traveling from my right to left. My left toe, or my right toe, my forward foot turns from right to left as I withdraw. So again, so I'm here, I extend, I see, I'm just going to immediately travel in the direction of my cut, bringing my the hip that's following the cut back. And in the case of the tag to the body, I'm stepping with my other foot. So as I extend, if I commit my weight in this action, so I get to about here, and I start to commit my weight. So now my center of gravity, the reason that I was tagging to the hands before is that as I raised, my center of gravity never moved past my forward foot. And so when I got to here, he goes high, I don't have to follow with my body. But if he raises his hilt a little late in the action, I've already commit my center of gravity forward. And so my only option from here is to follow with my body. I'm going to step with my left foot to my left because that's the direction of my cut. My cut is traveling from right to left. So as he raises his hilt, I'm here, I come right to left. The action of my cut is traveling right to left. I step with my left foot to my left, and my toe points in the same direction that my cut travels, right? My toe points in the same direction that my cut travels. So again, I'm here, I extend, he goes high, I've commit my center of gravity, I travel from right to left, my left foot travels to my left, and my left toe points in the same direction as my cut travels. Thanks for watching Historical Fencing Channel content. If you'd like to learn more, check out our Patreon link in the description for detailed, one-on-one, tailored instruction. And don't forget to like and subscribe.